Oh, my mic wasn't on. Hello. I got paid today, so I picked up two games I'm going to try out tonight. I already took my meds for the night, so probably not going to be on for long. Just felt like chilling out, playing for a bit before bed. Okay, is this going to let me like play the game anytime soon? I've followed this game on Twitter for ages, but then I pretty much stopped using the timeline on Twitter. No, I had no idea this was coming out. Yeah, I was following this on Twitter, but then back when the pandemic hit, I stopped looking at the timeline on there. I didn't know. bought this and I bought a new roguelike. So I'm gonna check out both those games tonight. Maybe some Age of Calamity if I'm up for it. But I'm getting tired of the RNG in that game. The RNG in that game is something else. Wow, there's lots of stuff in here. Wow. Cool. I didn't get a key for this, by the way. I bought it. It was only, it's like $7. Even I could afford that. It'll take a while to get some new moves. What's up, Power Flood? Have you tried out Bouncer on New Genesis? I tried it. The jet boots feel pretty good, but the problem is the dual blades feel like shit. I like how their first update is no, we're just gonna give you the E12 parry back. It's like, well, why did you have that in the game in the first place? Why did you remove it? That weapon feels horrible. The jet boots feel good though. I think they actually did a pretty good job. I think they will be able to fix that game. As much as I rag on it, I think they will fix it. I don't know, that game's a lot like Avengers. It's like, it doesn't have a completely terrible foundation, but they tried to change things that didn't need to be changed. Although, unlike Avengers, the people making PSO2 New Genesis have, like, actual experience running a service game, so if any game has a chance to come back between those two, it's definitely New Genesis. That game's got the favor. I'm sure it'll get to that point, yeah. Oh, look at this skill tree. This game is awesome. It's always nice to try something new, especially when it's only $7. Well, that game just needs animation canceling is what it needs. That's what that game needs. Jeez. Yeah. You're not alone there, trust me. That's what makes the lack of animation canceling worse, is that the enemies go out of their way to not engage with you, so... The battle system is just broken at its core, but it's nothing that they can't fix. It's kind of redundant to complain about that game, though, at this point. It'll get fixed, I'm sure. Problem I have with this game is it's tiring to play because you keep you have to keep flicking the analog stick. It reminds me a lot of Rise to Honor, that old-ass Jet Li game, where they tried to do this kind of thing. It's like it's not like it doesn't function. It's just it's tiring. I could not play this game for as long as other stuff. It's very physically exhausting. It's a cool idea. I definitely will finish this game. I'm not gonna do anything drastic like Refund. It's just it feels like a Mario Party minigame, and that like they didn't really think about the physical aspect. I'm already kind of tired just playing this for like 20 minutes. I'm sure once you get more moves, there's less like stick mashing. Already feeling tired playing this. I guess that's why they give you save points all the time. Yeah, I feel like my arm's gonna fall off playing this. Alright, let's try a second game. I think that one's gonna be a slow burn, especially since I've been playing so much on the Switch, and the Switch really makes my hands tired. My my Split Pad Pro helps with that, but the analog stick's all messed up. Oh, I have to buy a new one. Oh yeah, I'll play that more later. My hand is actually starting to hurt. My gut is telling me I should stop. Let's try this other game. This game looks cool. Alright, what do we got for options? Camera take off. Always turn that off. Oh, that 99 Vitas game is terrible. That game is dreadful. '99 Vitas is like, it's like the kind of game where it's like they're very passionate. They're very passionate and stuff, but they don't know how to make a good game in that genre. And beat 'em ups are deceptively hard to make. Way more than anybody wants to give them credit for. Very hard to make. There's so many things that need to go right, and it's just kind of become a lost art. Law and Rinwell just came out in Tales of the Rays, and they feel so much better to play. Which is actually a good thing, because it means that whatever they do next with Tales, the battle system will probably be better. I was watching somebody else stream it before I came on today. Controls in this game. Okay. Ability. No, the problem with Tales of the Rays is, like, the endgame content is really bad. And a number of problems with it, actually. Optimization is poor. I'm not liking this game, by the way. Why is there ammo for the default weapon? I'm not enjoying that one. I think that one might get refunded. I'll give it more of a chance later. I'm not liking that game at all. It looks a lot better than it plays. Hitbox on the weapons feels really small. I'm sure that gets better later. Forgot this demo came out too. Let's try this.
Unity, Gem Drop. Kogen,
Skip the story? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, let's skip the story. Oh my god, I can't stand her voice. Shut up. Dude, why does every character have to have that voice? The obnoxious, like, Japanese anime. Definitely could do without it. But thankfully I could turn it off. The screen is stuck on the options. Really? Oh, it probably thinks it's different source. Shouldn't be. I'm looking at it right now. Hold on. Oh, is it fixed now? I was gonna say, it looks fine on my end. Movement doesn't feel very good in this game. Stuck again? Hold on. Not having good luck with the new games tonight, am I? This game's cursed. Well, that was a free demo, so I don't really care if that doesn't work. Let's try this one. Like how these indie games are where, like, you're just trying to check out the game. You don't care about the story. Lord, the volume! There's no options. Jeez, man. I get that it's hard to make a game. It's not easy to make a game. It's even harder to make a good game, but you help your case when I can turn down the volume. Dude, you really need to talk so much. Dude, can you, like, stop talking? I don't know, for a ninja game, this is, it's not bad, but he does not control like a ninja. He's very floaty. And it feels like only indie creators can get this kind of game right. He does not feel good to control. He feels, feel very floaty. Kind of like, Kingdom Hearts floaty. Which, I mean, some people don't mind, but if I'm gonna play a ninja game, I want it to be, like, it feels fast. I feel like I have full control. When I don't, I lose interest really fast. Well, that's kind of a bummer. Only game I really like so far that I bought was, Lee Blade. The problem with that game is you're constantly flicking the right analog stick, and it's just like it's too tiring to play. It's one of those things where it feels really great to play, but the developer clearly did not think of the physical aspect of repeatedly slashing like that. There's no rapid fire or anything. You have to slash it, and obviously it's a lot more taxing on your hands to do that kind of motion constantly than it is to simply just push a button. Shing was like that too. That Shing game that I beta tested, that game had the exact same problem. Where it's like there were aspects of it that were very well designed, but somehow in testing they like never seemed to realize that like the game is already not arcade length. It's already really long. It's a slower paced game, but you're flicking the analog stick constantly. You're doing it like 5 to 6 times a second, and it's like you didn't make the game arcade length, but then you have a attack method that both doesn't really work, and also it's very tiring. It's like in light gun games, they always made light gun games. They're always only like half an hour long, maybe like 40 minutes tops. And the cutscenes were actually like a break. I used to play Time Crisis at a pretty high level. Like I could 1cc those games. And at times I would let the cutscenes play because I could rest my hands for like a good minute. I think part of the problem is, the games don't really come out in the arcades that often anymore. So you get stuff like that where it feels really good. It feels really good to play, but the physical aspect is just completely ignored. But they give you save points, so it's not like it's really that big of a deal. You can just play it for a couple minutes. But yeah, my hand hurts playing that game, and that's a shame. I had been following that game on Twitter. I had no idea this entire time that it was a dual analog stick game. I don't know if you guys remember Jet Li Rise to Honor. It was a pretty jank beat 'em up on PS2 that had a very similar control scheme. And that game was tiring too. Like the combat system actually was pretty creative. I mean, it wasn't like revolutionary or anything, but it was a cool idea. Um, it definitely made it feel more like you're actually controlling a very skilled martial artist than a lot of other games. Like you could actually it actually did feel a little bit like the movies, what I remember. You could actually like attack multiple enemies around you, and it wasn't about like producing big ass hitboxes. It was more like managing the enemies around you, and you had the right analog stick. But it was tiring to play. The game was the game was pretty long. It's interesting how a lot of developers they kind of miss that part. Like as soon as arcade based games stopped actually coming out in the arcades, I feel like a lot of the ingenious design of those kind of got lost in time. Time Crisis 4, I could one credit clear that game pretty consistently. I even no damage cleared it once. I have a 1cc of that game on here from like way back. It's a good watch. I fully commentated it and everything. That game's like half an hour long because they had the foresight to realize that no matter how physically fit you are, how much stamina you have, like waving a gun that's actually like it's actually pretty heavy. There's a bunch of stuff in it that actually makes it probably does feel like a real gun. Uh, Flicking it around for like 30, 40 minutes is going to be tiring on anybody. But now that the games don't come out in the arcade anymore, they're just like, oh, let's just make you flick the analog stick for 6 hours. It's like, no, I need my hands for things besides playing video games. Like, I have to watch it. Well, I'll play more of that later. My hands also are pretty tired from all the Age of Calamity. Thinking I might fire that up right now and do some grinding. I want to try something else first. Hold on. That game was Kogan. Kogan, Sword of Rewind. But I got turned off because the movement did not feel good. The movement felt lower tier from what I would consider like the kind of shit I like to play. Really responsive character, you know, the button presses feel really good. The character feels fast. I played it for a few minutes. Was like, maybe if they polish that up a bit, I'll come back. But yeah, no, Inti Creates is like the only developer really puts out the kind of platformers I like these days. Tian Ding felt pretty good too. I'm really excited for Gunvolt 3 and X2 is coming out. I think in like two months. And Gunvolt 2 is supposed to be sometime after that, probably like mid next year. But I mean, those guys made the Mega Man Zero games, and he is still, to this day, like almost 20 years later, still like one of the best controlling platformer characters. Way better than the Capcom developed games, that's for sure. A lot of people just overlook the Zero games because they're on Game Boy Advance, but the controls in those games is still mostly unmatched. Really, I played a lot of indie platformers, and like the only ones that come close are the ones made by Inti Creates, literally the same people that made the Zero games all those years ago. Everything else, like, they don't feel bad, but they feel a lot worse than that. It's one of those things where I played the best ones like back when I was a teenager. Everything else since then has been not as good. I just want to see how this runs. And I wasn't really impressed with this game either. Felt really overhyped.
Long ago, a horde of demons
Oh,
invaded.
shut up. No. Stop talking. What question do you have? What's your question? Performance is the same it's always been. It's do 30 FPS. Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. I have like 100 hours in that version. So I was working on the channel. That Muso port on Switch is Dynasty Warriors 8. Like that one actually runs at like 40 to 60 FPS most of the time. Everything else is gonna be worse than that. Like, it's nice to have them portable, but you gotta realize, as much as people rag on Muso games for having graphic behind the times, they are some of the hardest games to run because they're heavily CPU bound. That's why a lot of them run terribly even on the PS4. You're not gonna get good performance out of those with the Switch the way it is now. It's just not something that can happen. Yeah, it's just Lost Ark. I watched a Twitch stream of it last night when I got back from kitty sitting and they gave me a free key. Yeah, Steam Deck kind of makes the Switch obsolete. If you have like more diverse taste in games, you don't just like the stuff that Nintendo puts out. Like, it really does kind of make the Switch obsolete. They've already shown it running like DMC5 and pretty stable, like rock solid 60 FPS. You're not gonna get that out of the Switch. It's not Of course, the difference is, you know, you have to actually buy all those games, so it's not going to be that attractive to somebody who's invests a lot in the Switch and doesn't have a gaming PC. But if you do have one and you bought a bunch of PC games and stuff, then it seems like that thing is going to be the wave. They haven't posted too many demanding games running on it. But the fact that they showed DMC5, if you go on their Twitter right now and look at it, that kind of gives me all the confidence I need to believe in that product. I think the screen is only 800p too, so it's not going to be like running phone games where this batch of phones, they could run like 120 FPS and they have like high resolution, but which is fine for like watching movies and stuff. Like, you're not gonna get that with you're gonna get that playing like Genshin Impact or something. That's a pipe dream. Too many problems with cooling, heat management. Something that can only run at 800p anyway, I think might actually work out. watch a long-ass unskippable cutscene. There are multiple of them. And also the performance was terrible the first time I played this. Seems like that's mostly fixed now, but I'm in an area with barely any people. I was watching some streams last night, and I got a free key. Their Twitch drops thing when you watch the big streamers. Give it to you for free. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll try it again. I don't know, this game's just too slow paced for me. It takes too long to get going. You run really slow, it's open world. Those are things I generally don't like in these kinds of games. I like instanced.
Let your guard down!
Also, they're wiping this beta. They're wiping this beta, so it's like there's no point in doing anything besides just trying out the game. I find it crazy that people have vlogged like dozens of hours into this, and like, you know they're gonna wipe, right? I've played so many service games over the years, and like anytime they're gonna do a wipe, I'm like, alright, I'll check this out, maybe I'll come back to it later, but I'm not gonna invest a bunch of time. I mean, you do get some experience, you can probably get things a lot faster, but no matter how you slice it, you're still wasting your time. Like, you're better off, like, putting more time into something that's not gonna wipe. People have already, like, spent tons of money on this game. They've maxed out, like, multiple characters and stuff. Why? Why would you do that? Try one. Play the game for a bit. Give it an honest chance. Move on. Wait for the release. I got to the Punishing Gray Raven beta. I got into that. And like, I played it for a couple hours. I'm like, you know, this is kind of cool, but they're wiping everything, so why am I gonna sit here and waste my time? Yeah, whenever I get into these kinds of betas for these games, like, I'll give it a shot, yes, but no more than a couple hours. Try the game, get a feel for it, see if I actually care about it when it comes out. But then, like, past that point, no. How's it looking on the stream? This game was intensely laggy the last time I tried it. Seems like they fixed it. I don't know how it looks for you guys. I can't see it. Alright, so this game doesn't have Tales of Arise syndrome. That's good to know. For PSO2 New Genesis, I can't stream that game. I would give the Bouncer an honest chance, but I'd have to play it completely offline. It does not work with any of my recording software. It gets really choppy when I try to record it, because they're anti-cheat. Anti-cheat.
Claw robbers have increased in numbers.
They're anti-cheat.
The stone tablet of the key? You mean the slab moved out of East Oratory?
Anti-cheat messes with my recording software. It can't hook onto the game properly.
Don't let your guard down!
Can't believe they're still using Unprotect Game Guard. I could tell so many horror stories about that anti-cheat. I've had Game Guard blue screen my computer before, multiple times. I really think that they should have used something else. Design code would be good. That would have been a lot better in my opinion. PSO2 did not even have a 64-bit client until last year when they put out the global version. Like, that game has always been very outdated. Yeah, it's Game Guard. Game Guard is like it's like an STD for your computer. Game Guard is shit. It's basically malware. Kernel level cheat software.
Find the tablet!
Look for the remnants! Oh, thank you for your help. Please tell Aln what happened.
Dude, that's all I get for a dungeon. I gotta go back to the open world. No bueno, man. I was enjoying that. What a tease. Like, instance content is my shit right there. I love me some instance content. What do they even have for the cash shop in this? I'm not even aware. I haven't looked up anything for this game. I just tried the beta. I kind of like stopped playing all my service games. I stopped with PGR because the stamina system is very restrictive. I just didn't want to play it anymore. I stopped with Pinnacle of Combat mostly because my controller has drift, but the other problem is that the content is really slow in that game. It takes a long time for stuff to come out, and the rates are horrendous. The rates are like offensively bad. I just kind of got tired of it. I'm kind of hoping that they will fix that game, but I know it's been a touchy subject. What even is all this? I don't even know what this is. Like, Pinnacle of Combat's a great game, but the problem is they're trying to push the envelope on stuff, and it's a lot harder to do that when you're committed to not making shit content. Like, they don't just give you a bunch of palette swaps and stuff in that game. They actually give you it basically is just a DMC game when you think about it. It's just, obviously, it takes a lot to do that kind of thing, so the content is very slow, and it feels like a waste of money, spending money on that game, because the only items that actually are guaranteed is pretty much stuff from Virgil's banner. All the other stuff is pointless. Like, if you try to gear up Dante or Lady, you have to wait a really long ass time, and there's no pity system, which like breaks the game at its core. So I'm like, I'll try this out. I'll probably go back to KOF All-Star, actually. The other problem with Pinnacle of Combat is my phone can't run it. I can play it like 10 minutes before the heat throttling kicks in. It kind of influenced my decision to play that game a lot less, too. This is all free, by the way. I'm not spending any money on this. I'm not going to spend money on a beta that wipes. But I guess they gave you some... They gave you some free shit. I don't even know what any of this does. Do skins have, like, stats in this? I'm used to, like, DFO. Stuff has stats. I don't think this game is that degenerate, though. I'm curious. This shit looks lame, man. There's like a martial artist gi or something. I'm not impressed. Huh. Well, seems like a pay to convenience cash shop. Which, I mean, I don't completely mind that. I don't think I like this game enough to bother really playing it, but I wish this guy would run faster. This game is kind of slow paced. I'm sure it picks up later. I'm sure it picks up later. I don't know anything about this game, so I watched like a couple minutes of videos, and somebody I used to watch play DFO has been playing it for a while. That's like all I know about this game.
Those damn toxic claw robbers ganged up on the guards.
Not like when PSO2 came out, and you know, I'd already been playing the game for like closer to a decade, and I knew everything about it. I don't know anything about that game. I can really only judge it at face value. I have no idea what updates they're adding, or like, you know, how the game improves. None of that is really apparent to me. It seems alright. My mom would probably like that game. She might like that game. I'd probably play that with her a bit. Or someone else from the channel. Probably wouldn't be too bad. But yeah, I don't see the point in playing it much farther than that. I mean, they're gonna wipe it. The demo's only gonna be up. The beta's only gonna be up for like 2 more days. It's like, it's just kind of cool. I can see how this could be fun, you know, if you invest some time into it. But really, oh, that sounds good then. Yeah, the open world is a major turnoff to me. That game's got promise. I just don't see the point in playing it much more than that. I don't know if they give you like bonuses for leveling up or something, but I think I've seen all I need to see. It's something I might play. I'm not entirely like ruling it out. Was I quit PGR. PGR is a great game, but the stamina system sucks, and this is coming from somebody who often defends stamina systems. Um, because they usually allow the progression in the game to be faster, and you don't feel the game doesn't feel as much like a job. Uh, those are things that I'll say in defense of a stamina system. But PGR, you can literally play it like 15, 20 minutes a day, maybe an hour tops if you do treat it like a job and you log in like 3 times a day. I got tired of it. I was really only playing in my kitty sitting streams. I'm sure you guys have watched some of those. Um, I will be doing those again soon, but um, like whenever I stream that game, it was always like the shortest segment. I'd usually play that for a bit, and then the rest would be like retro games and stuff. I was playing it like maybe 10% of my streams. I'm just like I just can't justify spending money on something I can barely play. KOF All Star, which I might go back to. The stamina is like a non-issue in that game. You could pretty much play as much as you wanted. I don't need to be able to play like all day. I don't want to do that, but it needs to be more than 15 to 20 minutes a day. Like that's insane. It's like yes, I could wail on that game, but for what? Like the game just does not let me play it for long. That's really a shame. That game does everything else right. It's well optimized. It's got controller support. It's free to play friendly. Pretty much everything but the exclusive weapons for your character, you can get it all for free. And then even the paid stuff, I mean if you save up you could get it too. It does all of those things right, but then it lets you play it for like 10 minutes a day. So it's like it's kind of a moot point in my opinion. Which is weird because PGR is a Chinese game too, and that game has no stamina. There's no stamina in that game at all. You could literally play through the entire story, which they added a couple chapters a couple weeks ago. It would probably take several hours. It's basically like a full-length DMC game at this point. But then, like, if it had PGR stamina, you'd have to stop playing after the first level. So, like, yeah, I might try Lost Ark. New Genesis, I think I'm just gonna uninstall because I can't stream it. I can only play it offline. Actually, I'm just gonna uninstall it right now. Here, I'll show myself uninstalling it. I'll come back to it when it's fixed. I need my NVMe space. Let's get rid of it now. It really sucks that I can't stream it, but I don't think I'm really losing out on much. Where is it? Here we go. Is this gonna uninstall anytime soon? What the hell, man? I uninstall everything else in instant. It's mad at me. Alright, it's gone. I reclaimed my 90 gigs, so you know what it's time for now. It's gone. Good riddance. The fact that I can't stream that game was the nail in the coffin. I can't stream it. You know, I played the original game on this channel for years. It was a mainstay. I played it constantly, and the fact that I can't stream it, even if I really liked it, that's just deal breaker to me. The Game Guard doesn't like XSplit. The two things don't mix. It tries to hook onto the process, but it can't, and I guess it must see XSplit as software it needs to monitor. So the game gets really laggy. I tried everything to fix it. It's just like, well, there's nothing I can really do. I'll try it again after they update it. I don't feel really attached to it. I only played it for a couple hours. I just hated it. I don't know. I don't place the blame on the development team. I place the blame on the suits of the company for releasing it when they did. That's what the problem is with that game. The game is clearly not ready. Poorly optimized. None of the feedback was taken into play at all. Like, there's no content. The open world is pretty to look at, but it's dead. It's empty. It's barren. The combat feels so much worse. And like the enemies go out of their way to like not fight you, and you get stuck in animations. It's like you guys should have like fixed that shit because everybody complained about that in the beta. That's the thing. Like they did the beta months before launch. It was actually a real beta, meaning that it wasn't like the shit that they do with Call of Duty where it's like, oh, pre-order for the beta. It's like, no, the beta's a demo. Like the game's already gone gold. There's like barely anything they could fix at that point besides like something fatal like a crash. But like they did an actual beta and everyone said the same thing. I looked at the surveys. Everybody was saying the same thing. Like the open world is dead. The animation lock sucks. And like the game needs to cancel timings from the original game. But then they didn't do any of that. And it's like, well, what was the point of the beta? It's one thing when people ask, like, I want this game to have as much content as PSO2 did, which is not possible at the start. It's going to take a long time to get to that point. But animation canceling, like, somebody could fix that really easily. That is not a hard thing to fix. But they refuse to do it for some reason. I just don't get why. It's weird because the enemies in the game seem to like they seem to be designed with animation canceling in mind, but you can't. So the gun guys. The gun guys run from you. They do that big like Dalsim arm thing with the gun and they vault back like 80 feet. But you're stuck in an animation, so they're shooting at you and you can't move. Like, what? the design in that game feels it feels so amateurish. There's not much point in logging on PSO2 at the moment. I think the biggest mistake they made was killing the original game so fast. I think that was the stupidest thing they did. Uh, but yeah, when they announced New Genesis, they're like, look, old PSO2's dead. We're not doing anything to this game anymore. There's no more scheduled quests. There's no more events. There's nothing. Like, the game is essentially in maintenance mode. It's like, why didn't you keep that going? Okay, I get that, you actually did something that MMOs rarely do, and you actually ended the story, um, which is pretty impressive. I think that game needs, it needs more praise for doing that, because, like, story in MMOs, it's a stupid idea to look into it. You're better off just skipping it, because you have two outcomes. The first one is that the game shuts down. You're not going to get a payoff. You're not going to get closure. The second one is that it goes on for like 20 years, like World of Warcraft and DFO, and it's just like there's going to come a point where you stop caring. They actually did finish the story in that, but I feel like they should have at least added like more gear to it or something. Maybe expand the skill tree. I think that would have made New Genesis, being so content starved, it would have made it flow a little bit better. Anyway, let's see. I feel like playing one more game tonight. I took my meds a couple hours ago, so I think I might. I'm gonna sign off really quick. Let me try one more thing. Hold on. All right, here's what I'm working on right now. Let's give this a shot. Now I'm gonna go to bed. I'm actually getting pretty hungry. I have not eaten since lunchtime. I need to down some food. Let's go ahead and try this. Alright, let's try this. Well, I had to fix all my gear, so that's gonna do it for tonight. I'll make a video about that Lee Blade game and some other stuff. Yeah, kind of a dry period. Not really much going on this month. My earnings are really down. I'm gonna have to replace a lot of equipment, so I'll try to get some help from you guys if I can. Help lighten the load a little bit. Kitty's Hitting Streams will be returning. I ordered a clip for my 8-Bit Do Pro 2. The controller I use, the GameSir, that thing's only good for retro games right now. Meaning only 2D games. The analog stick does not work anymore. I'm trying to get it replaced, but their support is slow as molasses. So in the meantime, I'm just going to do this. I might just not even bother getting it returned. We'll see, though. It depends on how comfortable it is, because, you know, I have that job where I'm with cats, you know, and groupies on my lap all the time, so I can't, like... I can't use wireless controllers and stuff. We'll see. I'll talk to you guys more about the equipment replacement. I'll try to raise some funds, but for now, I'm going to eat and go to bed. I'll see you guys later. I'll probably do some more of that Lee Blade game and Age of Calamity later today. That's what I've got planned for now. Thanks for watching.